Like, just existing has been really, really hard. Not lately, I think just forever. Because at first you think, well, you're brought into this world to fit in just like everyone does. And you realize you don't fit in because you're either smaller or too big for these other people's character. Like, and character matters, man. Like, more than you know. Some people like to show that off too much. Some people don't even want to at all. Because they don't feel the need to. Or they've already gone through their phases of, I don't know, I guess peaking. In front of everybody, I was always like that. Kind of egotistical, acting like I knew everything. And even though I was arrogant, I still had a point, because no matter how hypocritical all my words were, I knew the truth. You know, I wasn't gonna lie to myself. You know, to other people, I could lie all I want. I mean, they would never know, you know? Yet the minute that you feed people the truth, they start to see, like, I don't know, they start to see it as, well then what does my truth mean? Well, what is what I know define about what I want to do with my life, or how I live it after taking that in? Sorry, there's like a lot of plants blowing in the wind, man. It sounds like people are walking nearby. You just question and question and question and question. And then the hardest part about that, too, is knowing when to stop asking. Because the minute that it becomes too much, you just don't know how to drop it. And trust me, I've gone to the brink, to the edges of all questions in life. I mean, maybe not the ones that you probably have yourself, but it would just be one more just added to the list on my free time. And it's really like in every moment of the day. Like, while I'm at work, while I'm working out, while I'm making this video, I come up with these new questions that I don't really think about, and that's the improv that helps in the moment. So, how do you keep moving forward without feeling like you're failing at every other day, or at the past version of you? Well, I mean, just be a little bit better, be a little bit more calmer, be a little bit more nicer. Because that's my problem, is trying to find this pattern out of everything. And it's hard not to, because you feel like you're the problem for trying to find problems. And I guess that's just what I do on my free time, when I'm bored, when I have time. And now I try to make time for those who actually need my help, because before I was just throwing myself on the line for them. And I learned a lot from that too. That nothing bothers me, and then I should also learn how to use my time more wisely. Because anybody could take advantage of that time, especially when it's your energy that can never be diminished. It can never be crushed. Like, once it is you, once you are just limitless energy, you realize that in those time and moments, you have your own gift. That's my gift. I'll get tired. I'm not saying I won't ever get tired, but I have limitless energy to never stop doing what's right, at least. It's all worth it, man. That's what I'm still trying to learn out of life right now. It's just like learning how to pull and tug, or learning how to pull and let go all at the same time. And it's so hard. I can't even tell you why it's so hard. Oh, it's getting cloudy. Damn, that was quick. The old me would just want to throw myself into the mix, into the mix of everything. So then, seeing an opportunity of where my character would fit perfectly in between that conversation or action, I think, well, shit. Now I feel like I'm taking too much energy, and it hit me every single time I could see it. That I didn't have to. I didn't have to tell people or show people that I was funny. You know, everything should have been a momentary thing for me, but I didn't know that. I didn't. I wanted to be seen too, and I didn't even see that as a problem either. How could I not? But it was. Because around me, I could see others who wanted that same spotlight. Others who wanted, you know, I just feel like this camera's like really not. And it hurt kind of like around my around my awareness while I'm still in the mix of this conversation that I didn't have to take the spotlight anymore. They didn't have to be about me anymore. And that others need it too. That others are trying to put themselves out there every single day just to become a little bit more confident. And there I was just swooping up the entire conversation or asking too much that it diminished theirs. I mean, what was wrong with me? There was nothing wrong with me. I just didn't see it as a problem. What we have already should be something that we're grateful about. I have so much family, like family I still haven't even met yet. And I just found that out today. I still have like 10 more cousins I've never even met. It makes me think, I mean, like, I have other family I've never seen me before, don't even know who I am, and I'm fine with that. I've got all the time in the world before I meet them. And at the time, when I was so worried about the spotlight, I was too busy thinking that, will these people ever still be in my life? Will I make the best kind of friends out of life if I just keep up with this? No, that was just me trying to be like them or reflecting off their energy, because that's people. People want a reflection of their energy in somebody else so that they know that what they're giving off is positive and good for them. Nah, man, like, we're like copying, like mocking energy is fun. It's funny. But I took that in so deeply. Like, I just felt like that's what I had to do with everybody, was reflect off of everyone's energy just to be liked. And I honestly didn't really care about being liked anymore at that point. But then I lost myself in the midst of all of that mocking, or of all that copying, just to be questioning now, I mean, who do I want to be? And all that. Well, I kind of found my answers after trying so hard. Because then you realize after trying so hard, you fit better just existing in their image as the background character. You no longer need to be the main. That where you are in the background to support their jokes when no one's hearing them, or when they're trying their best to be confident in the moment, is what it's all about. It's about supporting, bro. And when I do that, when I give compliments, when I give off good energy for, to support others in the moment of what they're doing, saying, and achieving out of life, it makes me feel like what I'm actually doing to help others actually could make a grand difference every single day, no matter how much I believed in that. Because what people don't actually like is when energy switches up. And that was my problem too. I'd have good days and bad days, and no wonder why. I didn't know where I wanted to be and all that. I mean, just let people be themselves and they'll figure out what to do and say next. You don't always have to be, supporting their energy. When it comes to supporting their own dreams and their own things out of life, that's one thing. You can do all you want. But then it all comes back down to who you are when you're calm, when you're no longer reacting so happily for them. Do you like yourself and all that? I mean, is that something you could live with every day? Well, in my perspective, I can live just being the main, or as a side character, just fine. Because honestly, I'm tired of wanting the spotlight. I don't want it anymore. It became so pressuring, feeling like that I had to be there every single day to be there for others' happiness. All I had to do this whole time was just ask how you are. Hello, how was your day? Oh, really? That was fun. How was yours? I mean, what'd you do? And then wait for them to ask me the same. How was yours? And then like that, we're just trying to find out what's new out of life. I mean, but on your own time, you should also be serious. Very, very serious. Reflective, if even. Because if you're not trying to get better at this version of yourself every single day, like you're the main character in this movie who's got their plot. Why do I feel like I fucking... I swear, bro. It's the fucking cartel after. So stay true to yourself as much as possible, and then just keep going forward. For me, it was always looking for laughter, because I hated being at peace. I didn't know that being at peace meant being calm. I thought that was a problem, because when I was outside with people, I was starting to laugh. I was starting to make jokes. I was starting to create a whole dialogue, but just for myself. Realizing that actually manipulating myself throughout those times, that it was for them. It was trying to make them happy. It was trying to bring them together. It was about making them feel seen. Now I know it's not my job. It's not my job to help people that much. It's my job to show people halfway through and letting the rest of their mind figure that out, of where they want to be in the midst of all of it. Well, I just hope I gave you the right tools to ask yourself those questions. And if not, the entire tool itself, so that you can fix your own problems. I think that it's every reason why you should take more time to yourself, because as lonely as it is, it's really how we were all kind of meant to be until the time arrived when everybody was together, when we all got to party for the same reasons, because we were finally letting loose of what was going on in our current life. You know, the bad thinking already, the people that bring the problems, then the bad habits, and then not knowing what to do with your life or who to talk to about it with, because you think saying anything or doing anything about it other than shutting up and just bearing it deep down was the only advice that we were ever given. No, I think it's every reason to reflect whenever you can, whenever you get that chance to. Because if not, you'll never know what's going on.